about changing the channel on the TV. Some people take that to heart. I think the reason I never took a lot of stuff in prison to heart like that is because I always knew I'm getting out one day. And I always knew this shit not permanent. This shit not mine. I don't own this shit. And I don't want no issues about no bullshit like no prison TV. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, it's not that serious. This guy sitting here trying to watch this, but this guy want to watch something else, and we only got 2 TVs for 96 grown men. If you want to watch something, you need to put your sticker up there. Like if it's earlier in the day, and I know it's something that's coming on tomorrow or later tonight at 9, 10 o'clock, I'll go look at the TV. You got to look at all the notes on it, make sure ain't nobody got nothing on there for that specific time. So what they'll do, I might put WWE 8 p.m. Saturday, and I take it and stick it on the side of the TV. So that was kind of a structure for people can watch what they want to watch without it being no type of conflict. But sometimes people don't be respecting it, or they might forgot to put their sticker up, but they feel like what they trying to do or what they trying to watch is more important than what you trying to do or you trying to watch. That's just the danger in it. And then if he let that dude get away with it, the next dude might slap the shit out of him. And then I go tell the new dude, man, he a bitch. He was watching TV the other day. I just went and took the remote from him, changed the channel. He ain't even do shit. He ain't even say shit. So one night I was sitting there. We was watching a show called, I believe it was called The Haves and Have-Nots. And we was sitting there watching. There was a lot of people sitting there watching. So one dude came up, and the remote was just sitting like on the bench, and he grabbed the remote and he changed it to, it was some type of game on. I think it was some type of Falcons game or something that was on or something. For people that's in prison that don't got a long time, that's very dangerous, because it's like you trying to uphold a respect thing. You can't run around trying to prove yourself, because you know you can lose your life or you can catch a life sentence. But at the same time, you can't let nobody feel like you a bitch. And people won't respect you. People will try to take stuff from you, talk to you any kind of way, handle you any kind of way. So, but the two guys, they got life without sentences. So they wasn't worried about going home. So to them, it was that serious. So everybody went to tripping, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, bro, we was watching that woo-da-woo-da-woo. And this was a big dude. He kind of considered himself like to be the dorm bully or something. You know, he the loud one, always trying to, like, he run things. So, you know, he go to scream and turn up like, nigga, I'm watching you. Y'all know the game, woo-da-woo-da-woo. So everybody like, nigga, we been watching this, woo-da-woo-da-woo. So, you know, he trying to make an issue. Now he trying to take it somewhere else. Like, man, I don't give a damn about none of that. So this was my first prison. So the dude I was sitting there talking to, he hit me on the elbow. And I looked over at him. He was like, this shit finna pop. Now, when they say this shit finna pop, that means it's finna go down. Something about to happen. He said something to them. Probably a couple seconds later, probably about 20 seconds later, both of them guys come back out the room. So I'm like, what's finna pop? He like, look, nigga, pay attention, pay attention. So I went to looking, but I don't see nothing out of the ordinary. I see one guy sitting down watching TV, 2 guys walking around. So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And he said, both of them dudes just went in the room and put their shoes on and came back out the room. Now they walking around like ain't nothing going on. I hadn't even paid that no attention at first, that before they went in the room, they just had on regular slides. When they came back out the room, they had shoes on. But they go different ways. Now my homeboy, one of them went like towards the back of the dorm, one of them went towards the other side of the dorm where the TV was at, but the officer's booth is close to where the TV was at. So it appeared as if he was just walking over to the officer booth, like he was about to go ask the officer for something. So you could see over into the next dorm also. So he went doing like this. He wasn't talking to the officer. He was talking to somebody in the dorm over. And he was doing like little symbols and shit with his hand, I guess trying to spell out what was going on. So the other dude, he just still lingering around, like he just walking laps back and forth. So I'm not, I'm just trying to see like what the hell is going on. So the dude that went over by the officer booth, he came walking back and he looked at the dude at the end that was doing them rounds. He did like that. He nodded his head at him. So that dude came back walking towards this way, like towards the TV. The other dude was still by the officer booth, which is behind the big dude that was watching TV. And the dude that came from this way, he started getting loud, talking to the big dude that was watching TV. He was like, man, you know, he getting tired of you, bro. You think you running something, you think you somebody daddy. You ain't the only one that got a life sentence. We got life sentences too. You ain't finna keep on trying to handle us like this, handle us like that. So dude put the remote down real quick. He jumped up, snatched his shirt off. He like, so what's up? Hey, what's up? So he shot the bleach in his eyes. As soon as the dude dropped his head and went to screaming and trying to run around, the dude that was behind him that went to the officer booth, he came running behind him. And on his hip, he lifted up his shirt and pulled out a knife. It was like a rod. And it probably was about that long, and it was very, very sharp. And the first thing he did, because he was a little shorter than the dude, he like jumped up some, jumped and stabbed him in the back of the head. He stabbed him in the back of the head. The blood immediately started running down. So that dude started screaming even louder, trying to run around. And the other dude just chased him. He just kept stabbing him so many times. That shit fucked me up just seeing it. It was so close. He stabbed him all in the neck. I think he stabbed him in the ear once. He stabbed him in the face. He even got him in the eye one time. And dude was still running around screaming. Now, by this point, everybody come out the room because they hear somebody screaming. Everybody run out their room and they looking. Don't nobody do nothing. Not one person got involved. By that point, the officer had seen what was going on because I'm looking at her through the booth. You could see her on the radio. She probably calling the folks on the radio, telling them there's some shit going on. Man, there was so much blood in there. It looked like people was just pouring buckets of that shit out on the floor. He never stopped stabbing the dude. Damn, these guys really, this man really just got his life violently took away from him about changing the channel on the TV.